Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and today I'm checking out Chiki-Chiki Boxy Racers, or as it seems to be named, Boxy Racers Chiki-Chiki Boxy Racers. Okay, well, the title makes sense. Alright, so I have tried to play an online game, and unfortunately, like a lot of games, uh, they have online functionality built in, but it's hard to test it because I can never seem to find a game. So I guess my time and your time we better spend looking at things. I don't know. I'll check it out at the end, but let's get into the game. So when I first saw this game, I immediately thought of like RC Pro-Am, RC Pro-Am 2, RC Pro-Am 3, The Revenge. I just made that up. Those games are okay, but just the controls can be kind of finicky. And let me switch colors here. Bet on black. So you have two control modes. You have handle and stick. I don't even tried handle. I tried stick, and it works so incredibly well. It's almost crazy how well it works. If that makes sense. Okay, I did everything here. I just didn't get goals in the first ones. Okay, we try the fourth race of the jungle. So you can practice, you can race. The stick controls work really well. So basically, you steer, you drift, do everything with the left stick, and it works incredibly well. It works so well. I'm wondering, like, are there other games that also employ the same control scheme I just don't know about? Because it's kind of crazy how well it works. So you just basically do everything with the one stick, and it's kind of nuts because it just works. I don't know. I'm just like, well, how come everybody isn't doing this? Like, how did they crack the code? Or maybe I've just been controlling these games wrong all along. I don't know. This truck is giving me some problems here. Okay, this is the fourth race, though. I didn't really see any difficulty sliders or anything. I mean, but I guess based on how it kind of works, I'm assuming the longer, the more races you do, it should get harder. But I kind of usually get first place almost every time, unless I make like a huge mistake. Which is why I was looking for an online game to sort of be the differentiator there. And the crown obviously means you're in first place. And if you use the X button, you can use a little speed boost, which is the little flames that you pick up, which is probably going to be necessary because this car is really, really on me. Uh-oh. This is how you get second. Mistakes. Oh boy. Yeah, I messed up. Hit that speed patch. I finished barely in first place. Wow. So I did try to play this game with my kids and my godson, goddaughter, and they really couldn't wrap their heads around the controls because we had just played a bunch of Mario Kart. So jumping from Mario Kart to this, they were like, "Well, how come I'm not pressing a button?" Oh, look, a Bigfoot. Jungle Grand Prix. So they really couldn't. I was trying to explain to them, like, you can, like, how do you drift? I'm like, well, I mean, keep in mind, these are the same children who had a hard time understanding drifting in Mario. 12-year-old got it. She gets it. The other ones, not so much. So they understand, like, how you kind of lean into the turns, but you do it all with one stick, which to me, it just makes it, I don't know, it just controls really, really well. It's just kind of crazy. Uh-oh. There's a speed boost you can get. I did it in the wrong direction, though. So I'm using my speed boost here. And it's a shame because there's a full suite of multiplayer. We played locally. We had some fun with it online. The battle mode. Well, I'll show you. But every time I try to play a game online, unfortunately, there isn't anybody. But I don't know. I feel like if you can just do some local races and stuff, it's a pretty slick game. The only thing is I do kind of kind of get ahead there and just stay there. So I definitely need some good competition in it. Because like I said, the racing, the controls just feel really good. They're really smooth. Think of all those years. I mean, obviously, you know, for something like a RC Pro-Am, or I can't think of the Sega Master System game that was sort of. I'm trying to see if I can find the box. I have it in box. I don't see it on my shelf now, but it was like an RC Pro-Am ripoff. I mean, those controlled okay, but I always, you know, some turns just felt better than others. I never really got good at them. I didn't play them enough too. That's probably one of the problems, but I don't know. And also, I mean, oh, there's the speed boost. You know, you have an analog stick. I mean, back then you just had a D-pad. I'm trying to think. You can't use the D-pad at all in this game, at least. Well, not with, well, stick means you're controlling with the stick. I've yet to actually use the other control method. Oh, I may give it a shot just to see. Well, you know, I will. After this race. Because you get the gist of it. Of course, I messed up again. You just fly around these corners. It's just tight. I don't know. There was a game that came out, something Drift. And it was a game, really difficult control, so you had to, like, drift around. And I recall, like, you know, I got it in for review. Can't think of it. The word drift is in the game. I can't think of it. It looked, you know, it looked really neat. It's just, I could not wrap my head around the controls. And, you know, they were intentionally challenging. I mean, the controls where you really had to practice at it. Almost like they distilled, you know, the art of actually drifting and transferred that into, hey, here's how you would do it if you had to do it with analog sticks. I just could never wrap my head around it. So I think maybe if you took this and put it in that game, it might make it too easy, but it also made it more accessible, which is probably for the best. Because it just seemed like it was just way too difficult to even. I don't even know how you would. I can't fathom how you really enjoy it because it just seemed that hard. Like, I don't know how. Just controls were just so obtuse. At least they were to me. I get that speed boost again. Nope, I didn't do it right. Maybe it's when 2 appears. I don't know. I'm supposed to go try something else, but I haven't because I just like the driving in this game. It's just so smooth. But you get the idea. Alright, I'm going to jump back out here. Well, I probably should finish it at some point. I probably should have finished it so I can see what else unlocks after the city, jungle, and beach, but oh well. Let's see here. So you do a variety of cars, and the specs are all over the place. Oh, it's only 2 more to unlock. There were a lot more before. Look at that. Wow. All speed, acceleration, no handling, no drifting. Which would make sense what type of car it is. Oh, no, there's some more. There's some more. This does not look like a vehicle that should be on a road. This is all acceleration. So I might be trying something different, like maybe the difficulty isn't just the cars you pick, because well, I picked that car like the default because everything is right there in the middle. It's the Mario of of this game. It's you know, kind of average at everything, which works out really well for me thus far. Oh, speed boost. So now I'm a tractor. Let's see how different it feels. Well, my speed certainly is nothing to write home about, but I'm maintaining. Oh, I'm maintaining though. I bet those speed boost flames and things, the speed boost you ride over and the flames become even that much more important when your top speed is limited. I mean, it feels, it is different, but not like wildly different. It just seems slower. The handling kind of feels the same to me. I don't know. Whoa. If I can come in first place with the tractor, that'll be what's up. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, didn't work out. Third place. Yeah, that top speed is killer. You got to hit every corner perfectly or something, because if you're not getting that top speed, then what are you doing? Okay, we're gonna jump back out here. So it seems as though give yourself a different car and the challenge really kind of changes. So I've been driving the sports car the whole time. See, American, family, prototype. Okay. So probably there's like 3 more cars to unlock, more vehicles to unlock. Okay, you also have battle. Can you battle the computer? Let's see. Try the Roadster. I don't know if we can. Okay, so coins. Guessing I'm collecting. Okay. No, it's just me. So what does. If it's just me, then what's the point? So you want to collect points and have the most points at the end. Most coins, I should say. Not get hit by the bomb, obviously, because when is that ever really good? Did some pretty good drifting here. Look at that. I had a little thing going there and messed it up. Hold on. There we go. And I messed it up again. Okay, so smash is where you try to smash each other off of the environment. You get that. Paint is you ride over the spaces you ride over first are painted with the color of your car or the color that they give you, and whoever has the most wins. So that makes sense. And then goal is trying to score goals with the car. Imagine a game where you have cars and you're trying to score goals. Like, that's unfathomable. So that's kind of what the game has to offer. I mean, the single player it's fun. Okay, local. Yeah, so this is pretty much that. So you can race and battle with up to 4 people locally. Oh, it's local with. Imagine a scenario where 8 people, you have your own 7 other people with switches. That could happen. Conventions, but you all have this game like that. It could happen. I don't see it as very likely, but it could happen. So let's see if I can get a race going online here. That'll be kind of nice. Haven't been successful yet, which is unfortunate. But there's a lot. The sad thing is there's a lot of games out there, and there's a lot competing for your dollar. Unfortunately and fortunately. Okay, I'm gonna go to random. Yeah, and this is kind of what happened. I just sat here just waiting, and yeah, this makes riveting YouTube video for me to just be sitting here waiting to play, to get into an online match. So I'm sure you're all at the edge of your seats. I guess you're gonna find a match. Chances are I'm not, unfortunately. Yeah, I could just sit here, but So, and I really had a good time with Boxy Racers. I just do wish I could get some more competition online. But I do have children. I can always force them to play, and that's what children are for. For raising and hopefully making them good and responsible people, but also making them play multiplayer games so you can talk about them. This is a short one, but I don't know. I hope I didn't talk people out of it. I mean, if you have people you can play with locally and have a good time, you can enjoy the single player, which I have enjoyed a lot. And then multiplayer is, there you go. Why you can jump into a mode by yourself with no Like, to me, if I'm in single, like, one player and I go into the multiplayer thing and there's no bots available, why would it let me get as far as sitting into a room by myself with no one else to play when there is a separate multiplayer local mode? Seems a bit odd. But yeah, it's kind of like a T. It's kind of like in Halo 2, where the menus almost made you think you could play online co-op, like through the campaign, but you couldn't. Like, why would you let me get that far? Like, even, toying around with me. Don't play with my emotions. I mean, that's not funny. But I'm rambling. That's Boxy Racers. I think it's fun. You can play multiplayer, it's even more fun. But like the video, give it a like, subscribe if you have not already. Check out the podcast at GameEnthus.com. And the podcast, normally I put them up on YouTube a couple days after it gets posted to Apple Podcasts and Google and Spotify, all that good stuff. So watch more videos, leave comments. I don't get a lot of comments, so if you do comment, I'm pretty sure I'll respond to you if your comment warrants a response. But yeah, that's it. Boxy Racers, Chiki-Chiki Boxy Racers. Have a good one.